Welcome guys, I'm Ben, and today we're going to be talking about Cardano ADA. Recently the arse has fallen out of the market, so much so that it reminds me when you take a friend who doesn't eat curry out to an Indian. We're going to be talking about the price and whether in the next couple hours ADA could hit 50 cents. Now, we're going to start this off completely by going, no, probably not. If it does hit anything in the next couple of hours in a downwards way, it'll probably be 70 cents, 65 cents at a maximum push. So yeah, we're looking at this ascending triangle. We can see there's multiple touch points on it now. I mean, this latest one, I don't know if we can call it a touch point or it might just be a higher low. It's close though. And what we're looking at is where it's touching, how many times it's touching. Generally speaking, when you're looking at these patterns, the more time it touches a specific trend line, the more likely it is to break. But that isn't necessarily so. So we're looking at this, we can see it's been supported quite a few times. May break, may not break. But at the moment, what I'm looking for is Cardano to move back up to the trend line at roughly 150 and test that again. I think before it breaks lower, it will probably do that. However, obviously though, until we've got some sort of confirmation, that is just me speculating. It is really important to bear in mind where we actually are in the charts. I mean, we've moved up so far, so fast. Coming from where I got in back in like 8-9 cents back in, I don't know, like May, June last year, all the way up. Recently, obviously, it's been absolutely mental. You've got to bear in mind that these consolidation periods are completely normal. When I got in at roughly 8 or 9 cents, it was from a move up from 1 cent after the Corona dump. We maxed out about 16 cents there just before the Shelley hard fork. Now basically what happened was we went down from 16 cents all the way down to 7.5 cents. So we had a 50% rejection. But as you can see now, that was completely healthy and an absolutely fine thing for it to do. So it might be scary when the price dips 40%, 50%. But at the end of the day, it's just the market trying to find its fair price at that point in time. Should we be worried? Well, it depends, honestly. Obviously, where everyone buys ADA is completely different. You might have bought it at $1.50, in which case right now you will be crying, yeah. I mean, for me personally, I've been holding it so long now that these sort of moves don't really affect me. I mean, I look at the project very long term. Also, I think about the upcoming news that we could have. I mean, there's still a lot of potential for Cardano to have some great news that will cause a breakout or a problem. But news is one of those funny things because, being completely honest, it's not always directly linked to the events in the market. What I mean by this is, you see TMI, the modern investor, moaning all the time, like, why is Bitcoin not 100k? It's got this is going on, blah, blah. And I can completely understand him to a certain extent because it doesn't really make much sense. But from what I figured of the market, there is two things. There's technical analysis and there is news. Neither of which mean anything by itself. So, in combination, these dictate how the market go. TA will give you a good structure as to how it could move or should move, or when you've got confirmation which way it's going. But that doesn't stop it from pumping or dumping depending on specific news. It also doesn't stop it from doing nothing on specific news, which does sometimes happen, or doing the exact opposite as to what you'd expect. So this is like looking at the recent Coinbase listing. So we had Coinbase Pro listing and a Coinbase listing, and we can see on the chart that we went from like 145 on the Coinbase Pro listing all the way down to like 120. And then from that we had the Coinbase listing. And we went all the way down to roughly where we are now, which is between like $1.05 and $1.15. So with news of Alonso on Thursday, you guys should check out the Cardano 360 podcast. They have all the latest news and updates there. We might see some action. Now personally, I think smart contracts coming to Cardano is a lot more important than a Coinbase listing. Statistically speaking, I know that most coins pump when they go on Coinbase, that is true. But like I said, it might be the case that the news hasn't actually felt its effect. It might not be represented in the charts, or it might have already been represented in the charts beforehand. But I doubt that, because no one really knew. Either way, there's so much exciting stuff coming up for Cardano in the very short term. Like I said in my last video, I'm not going to be selling any, and if you guys want to, be my guest. With that being said, we shouldn't be scared or surprised if Cardano takes a dip down to maybe about 70, 65 cents. If you guys want the latest Cardano updates, price, news, and click the bell and get notified about all my future videos. Sweet. And on that note, take it easy. Oh!